Warning, the following program contains scenes of graphic stupidity between a man and some gays. Don't take anything I don't say too serious, I'm just messing around. This video should not be viewed by anyone.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Scum. Today we are checking out some more of the 0.7 update. The update is not yet released. I'm actually playing on a beta test server. But today we are going to take a look at NPC traders and outposts. We now have 4 different outposts around the island. One in C2, which is my personal favorite. We have one in B4, one in A0 and another one down in Z3, and all of them have different establishments inside of them. As of right now, we have a couple of different working traders at a couple of different shops, let's call them. We have the general store manned by this epic mustache guy. We have a mechanic where we can buy and sell vehicles, and we also have an armory where we can buy and sell gear like weapons, ammunition, magazines and things like that. But we are going to start with the general store. Alright, so let's start with the general goods trader. Now this guy is gonna sell us things like food and
Welcome. Feel free to browse around.
supplies. They also have voice lines. So you press F on them to trade and that's gonna pop up the trading UI. And you can see here that he sells melee weapons, clothes, food, crafting materials, meds, tools, storage and other things as well. Now in order to buy something, we of course have to click on one of these, then it's gonna pop up a different UI with blunt weapons, cutting weapons, piercing weapons. If we click again on one of these options, it's gonna reveal another subsection with all of the sharp objects. If we want a piercing weapon, again we click on it, that is gonna pop up another UI with different items. Now in order to buy something, we click on the item that we want to buy. For example,
What will it be?
it will be this knife, sir. So we click on the knife. As we can see, it's at 0 here, so that means that we're not actually buying anything. So we have to click on it once and that's gonna pop up right here. And right now we're buying 1 knife. If you want 2 of them, click on it again, that's gonna be 2 of them. If we click way too many times, we can right click and that's gonna diminish the number of items that we want to buy. So if, for example, we buy a knife, we press cart down here, it's gonna cost us 400 cents. We press buy and it is not actually going to go in our inventory. So when we buy an item, it's not gonna go into our inventory straight. It's gonna go into depot and we can pick it up from the depot and put it in our inventory. Now we buy it for 400 and we can sell it back for 100.
So, what will it be?
What a little shyster, eh? Now, if we want to sell things, we gotta keep an eye on his funds down here. So the trader funds are not going to always be 6,000. For example, yesterday when we were playing, it was at 600. So we can't come here and just sell things over and over and over. We can sell things depending on how much or how many funds the trader has. And his funds don't go up either if we buy things from him. So for example, if I buy some food,
Here's
right?
what I've got.
If we buy a pie, it's a huge pie. I'm gonna put it on the desk here. So his funds are not going to go up since we bought
Let's
something
see
from
what you
him.
have.
So he's got a bunch of random things, from crafting materials to storage. You can even buy boxes from him to bury in the ground as a stash. Clothes as well, and every category has a subcategory with a lot of things. So the traders are quite in depth, let's say. They have voice lines as well.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
He's got a hunter back there. What a little creeper. My god. You got bullets for that thing? Alright, now the mechanic, he also has a couple of things to sell us, and that is of course vehicles. He's gonna sell us a bunch of different vehicles. Everything except a wheelbarrow. We haven't seen that yet. He's got voice lines as well, and a cigar in his mouth. And a nice animation of tinkering with that engine, I think, or something. Of course, he's got motorbikes, and their prices go from 16,000 to 13,000, 12,000, and 22,000 for the new bike. He's also got bicycles. They vary from 6 to 7,000. We also have cars, of course. Cars are gonna be a bit more expensive. We have pickups, SUVs, quads, and tractors. So cars go from 27, 24, 29, 33, and 24. Also have the SUVs. about 23. Alright, the SUVs seem to be 23, all of them, besides this one here, which is 26,000. And of course, tractors and quads as well. But if we want to actually come here with a vehicle and sell it, first of all, we can't park a vehicle here for more than 2 hours. If we do that, it is going to be destroyed. But if we want to come here and sell a car, what we have to do, we have to park it right in there. So as you can see, I have the new bike here, but if I want to sell it, it's not gonna show up here in the selling tab. So if I go trade and I go sell, there's nothing here.
Buy that, you better give me good price.
So what we have to do, again, he's got voice lines as well. So what we have to do is actually take our vehicle, be that a bike, a car, a bicycle, and we have to drive it right in here where it says, you break it, we fix it. So if we bring this in here, and we just park it, you will see that it's now going to show up as a sellable vehicle. So if we go back to the beautiful man over here, we press trade.
Prices are not negotiable.
There's our bike right here in our vicinity. It says sports bike and we can sell it for 4,583. Now let's see if he has enough funds to actually buy this.
If you want me to buy that, you better give me good price.
And he does indeed. He has 8,000 monies. I don't know what to call it besides money. It's cash, 8,000 cash. So we can click on our bicycle or on our motorbike, and it's going to show up here in the sell tab, and we can sell it for 4,000. There we go. All right, and last but not least, we have the Armory. This is where the weapons trader is. We can buy guns, ammunition, magazines, vests. We can buy a ton of things from this guy here. Again, all of them have different voice lines and different looks as well, and mannerism. They move around a little bit. So if you go in the back here,
Are you trying to get shot?
nope. And of course we can see here that he's got a bunch of attachments and whiskey. Can I have some of that? RPGs, but we cannot spawn RPGs just yet, so they're not yet in the game. We have grenades. So again, he sells literally everything related to weapons and military grade equipment, from melee weapons, ranged weapons, rifles, assault rifles, SMGs, anything and everything that you would want when it comes to guns. And same thing with him. If we want to sell something, we have to keep an eye on his funds. So right now he's got 7k, so he can afford to buy from us different things.
Guns come unloaded. Security reasons.
Obviously. So if we buy a gun, again, same thing as with all the other purchases. We click on it and then it's going to lead us here. Also, when we click on a gun, it's going to show us down here bullets and magazines. So for example, if I want to buy an SVD, it's going to show me down here that I can buy this kind of ammunition and this kind of magazine for it.
Alright, lock and load.
Lock and load. Look at him smiling. Alright, so as I was saying, we can just click on something, right? For example, magazine, and then we have to click on it again to actually buy 1 piece, 2 pieces, 3 pieces. Same with the ammunition or the guns here. So, what? I cannot buy the AK-15. It doesn't let me. Why not? Maybe we can buy just a certain amount of things. We're gonna have to mess around with the traders for a little bit just to kind of see everything that they have to offer and what kind of restrictions they have as well, because I'm guessing we can't just go crazy. We already have a restriction, which is his funds. So if we come here with a ton of loot and he doesn't have enough funds, we cannot sell it, which is good. And this seems to be.
You need more.
Okay, their funds seem to change up from time to time. So last night when we were here, like they had like 600, 700, and now they have 7,000. So I guess it changes. Hopefully this will be at the mercy of admins as well on community servers. On official servers where I play, it's gonna be tough, but We'll see. We'll see. Alright, one last thing that I kind of forgot to mention in the beginning when we were here. When we want to sell an item, we have to go on the sell
Here's
tab.
what I've got.
Excuse me, sir. So we have the buy tab, the sell tab, and the depot. Buy tab, of course, we buy things. Sell tab, this is where we actually sell
Let's
items.
see what you have.
So we go on the sell tab and we click on the item that we want to sell, which is now the water bottle, and we can sell it for 4 cents. So we can sell this or this. We can sell a couple of different items at once as well. And then of course the depot, this is where items are going to go when we actually buy something.
Here's what I've got.
And there we have it. That is the gist of the traders and the outposts. Of course, we just barely scratched the surface. We gotta play around some more and see what else they have in store for us. But that is about it for right now in Scum. I hope everybody enjoyed. In case you did, be sure to drop some stuff and things down below. Make sure to subscribe. Thanks so much for taking the time and hanging out. And here's a cool shot that I made yesterday. Yo, who's out there? Speak up, son. It's a puppet. Do we need, not even content creators are talking.